Are we live? Looks like we're live, okay. With a couple of minutes to spare, we're just going to share to a few places. Share to the Bubbly Maths page. And let's see where else. Share on the page we managed, that's the Bubbly Maths page. Icosahedron Puzzle. And post that. Oi, 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 oi. I can be quite scatterbrained. Aiming high. Let's get the link to the puzzle. Why don't we? Link to the puzzle is Icosahedron Puzzle. Icosahedron Puzzle. Icosahedron, that's a mouthful, isn't it? An icosahedron is a 3D shape. Ooh, this activity says 7 to 14. Ooh. This activity is suitable for all different ages. Tomorrow morning we'll be aiming it at primary, but the activity stretches all the way across. You're just looking at triangles for early years, and it makes a ball basically for early years, and then it's a really nice challenge for high-level learners as well. So it's really is a multi-disciplined, multi-level activity, low threshold, high ceiling. Now, if I now grab that and I put that on there, ooh, I had the live, what happened to it? Oh, there it is. I'm going to put the link on there, right on there, just post it. Otherwise I'll be late, can't be late, can't be late, can't possibly be late, don't want to be late. We don't want to be late. So they'll share that on mine, on my personal profile. And oh my goodness, I'm doing a course at the moment. It would seem I have to make a personal page as well, not just on my profile. So I'll be sharing it on that as well. Share now, share. So we'll just paste that in. Oh, here we go. Icosahedron Puzzle Prep. Ooh, Puzzle Prep. And one has to keep one's head doing this, not like the Queen of Hearts, off with her head. I'm glad to say I've still got it. I think, oh yes, I do. That was a bit scary there for a moment. Thought maybe they succeeded. Queen of Hearts, I got rid of my head. You just kind of lose it a bit after a while. Okay. So the last one is my own profile, and I'm going to make a watch party. And we've got someone who wants to join the group, so let's let them join in case they wanted to watch tonight's live. And that's Bubbly Maths. See what that looks like there. And then there's one on mine, which we're going to do the watch party for. Hopefully, start. Boom, start the watch party. Start. And if we go on here, then we've got, in theory, it's disappeared. It's disappeared. Where is it? It's disappeared. Oh, there it is. That was earlier. I haven't changed that one. Okay, so I haven't changed the announcements yet. So I've got to change the announcement for this new activity. So I'm just going to clear the decks. I've got everything ready, and brain will start working any second now. Right, here we go. We've got 2 people on there, but I don't know. I can't see where comments are being made. Oh, I will get to grips with this. I will. Meantime, this is what you can see, so I know whether you can read it or not. Yes. Okay. So it's the icosahedron puzzle, and what we're going to do tonight is basically tell you this is going to be a primary session. So this is 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's London time. It'll be a session which, of course, you can watch on the replay later in the day, and it's aimed at primary, although the activities are suitable for, we've got each of these now, these home learning resources has a resource for, I can see it for younger children and then for older learners. So, and this is a fun activity. It's focusing a lot on symmetry. It's also visualization, it's problem solving, it's a puzzle. So it's doing a lot of the and just to let you know, on these resources, I have put the resource on the on the actual post that you're watching now, so you can look at the top of this post of the text part of the post and to follow the link to download this resource. And as you can see, lots of lovely, delicious questions to ask to help you with the learning. So the objective is that the learners explore and discover for themselves. You don't have to know the answers. And if you do know the answers, it's better that you don't tell. It's not about telling and testing. It's about facilitating discovery. So what we need ready for tomorrow is something quite simple, which we've done before and we'll do again. It's our paper sticks. Now, so she, having thought, yes, I've got everything ready, I've just realized I don't know where my string is. So where is my string? Maybe I'll just take one of these apart and start again. So I'm just going to take one of these apart because I don't know what I've done with my string. It's here somewhere. I thought I had it ready. So I'm going to take it apart. In fact, I can get a fresh piece of paper. I can manage that. I've got some scrap paper over here. Use scrap paper whenever possible. And you can use newspaper. You can use whatever you want. I've got all these bits of scrap paper that have been accumulate from all different areas. Somehow I always seem to manage to come up with them. So here we have what we're going to do with it, which is, there we go. We are going to fold this paper in half lengthways and then in thirds. So this is a nice activity, and don't you do it for them. As long as they're old enough to do it, they can do it for themselves. If they're quite young, obviously you have to do it for them, but even so, they can still help. And but for that exercise of, first of all, folding it in halves accurately and getting the corners precise. This doesn't have to be a particularly precise activity, but it is much nicer if these are rolled up nicely. So the string wants to have nice long pieces of string so that these sticks, these paper sticks, can be reused, can be used multiple times. If you plan to make these shapes and keep them, like you can dangle them around the room so that they remain as a display, you can write the names of the shapes on them, then tighten them up nice and tight and trim them so that they make a nice shape. We're making a 3D shape. But if you're planning to reuse them, if you're like me, you don't want to have, well, don't have space for lots of them. And also, I would love to have space for every single polyhedron out there, the 3D shapes made up where every face is a polygon. Do you know what a polygon is, by the way? It's an empty parrot cage. Polygon. Like Polly the parrot is gone, so the cage is empty. One of these days, every now and then, every once in a blue moon, I get a laugh from that one. You've probably heard it before. Oh well, that's how good I am. So the idea is that you make nice long string so you can tie loose knots, and you've got plenty of room so that you can untie it again. Now we go down here again. Bow, bow. Right, I'm going to turn it round. Whoopsie. Got it wrong. Turn it that way, and then the flap comes down towards you. The bit where the paper's open comes down towards you, and then you just roll it up. Roll it up. Now we don't need very many of these, says she, optimistically. Now you can use, if you are lucky and you have pipe cleaners, or you can also use straws. Another possibility is using straws. You can cut straws up. This is a way of using plastic straws, and that you would want to keep. So then you thread through the plastic straws, and you can actually thread one thread through multiple plastic straws, and thereby I've cut, as you see, the straws. You can make them big if you want, or you can make them smaller, and you can make this shape by using plastic straws as well. That's another possibility, and whatever possibilities you come up with, please do share them with us. Oh well, and then there's, of course, there's the you can do them with pasta as well. We've got these that have the angle on them, or you can have the ones that the plain ones, the macaroni, that don't have the angle on them, so you can use the pasta as well. And those are all your options. These certainly take a lot less time than these. And what we only need, let me see, we need to make a shape which is, I'll just use these to demonstrate. I'm not going to tie them together, I'm just going to demonstrate. Okay, we need to make a shape which is tied together. It will be, crikey, everything's all in the way. Here we go, that's better. One, let me see, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, go that way. 4, 5. Right, we're going to make 6 shapes like this. So we need 6 of those. So I would encourage you to ask your young learners how many sticks you need to make. I could say it, you could say it. But if you're a young learner, and now this is also a nice way of demonstrating how multiplication works, because you need 6 sets of this. So you need 6 sets, and each one of the sets has 5 sticks in it. So how many sticks will you need for the activity in the morning? Whether you make it with paper sticks or with straws or with pasta or whatever you find that you can make it with. The main thing is that you can join them together. So it's a good thing if you can string some string through the middle. So that's lovely. So thank you for watching. We'll see you in the morning. Now, tomorrow night, we've got a treat. Tomorrow night, after we introduce the activity, which will be, I will actually know sooner or later. So just to refresh, got it right here. She with confidence. And whatever it is, it's gone. No, okay, I'll find it on here again. So, oh, I remember where it was. It was down here. There we go. And look on there. Here we go. So, Sundays and Wednesdays is primary. Mondays and Fridays is lower secondary. Saturdays and Tuesdays is upper secondary. And tomorrow night, we have mixed. No, that's tomorrow day. So that's what this is. This is a mixed activity. So Friday, it's lower secondary. Friday is lower secondary. So tomorrow night, the activity will be suitable for lower secondary. But as always, there will be ideas that you can work with low threshold, high ceiling. So we'll always look for ways to do a version of the activity from everywhere all the way down to early years, and which demonstrates, hopefully gives you an idea, gives you a really solid idea of how, give you lots of ideas of how you can do the same thing. If you've got learners at home that of all different attainment levels. And tomorrow night, after we've introduced the activity, we will have the amazing Grace, we'll have amazing Grace, who has created a game called Back to Infinity, and she's written a book called Making Math Fun. Oh my goodness. I wonder why bubbly maths that makes math fun would like to speak to Grace. It's almost as though we speak the same language. It's quite wonderful. And she will be on after we do the prep work for tomorrow's activity, or she'll not be on while we do it. And so that'll be a treat. It'll give you some insights onto, it'll give you more insights on how to converse with your young learners, and also in terms of your own confidence. And because you don't have to know anything. All you have to do is be open to learning, and really importantly, to allow your learner to know that you don't know, because then you're modeling the most important thing you could possibly model. And that is that if you don't know something, you want to learn it, and you're open to learn it. You're hungry to learn it. If you remain hungry to learn things you don't know, we're not going to have any disaffected young learners that don't want to do maths, because they will be hungry to learn. And speaking for myself, I struggled with maths. I was actually, still am actually, I'm tutoring young people now during this time, and I do tell them, and I tell them when I do my shows and everything, I'm like, I really need your help. I make mistakes, but I only make magnificent mistakes, and I learn from them. And that is, and I don't get discouraged when I make a mistake. I think to myself, the first thing I think to myself is, what did I learn? And as soon as you ask yourself that very powerful question, then you, it takes you to a different level. It takes you somewhere else completely. So on that note, I'm going to ask you some things. I'm going to ask you to please go, if you have if you use YouTube, we have 2 YouTube channels. One is called Bubbly Maths, where all these lives are being, we're in the process of putting these lives up on the Bubbly Maths YouTube channel. And we have the Maths Toys YouTube channel. The links are in the announcements at the top of the group, and a pinned post on the top of the page. And on those, we're asking people to subscribe so that you will be notified whenever new videos come in. Or you can turn off notifications, but if you want to have the notifications on, that's optional. But please subscribe, because it'll really help us. We need to get 100 subscribers to start off with, so that we can get a special name, so we can actually have our own name as part of the URL. And please tell people about this group if you find it useful. And if you find it useful, if you would please put a post on in your group and put a link to the group, the Making Maths Fun for Kids of All Ages group, and tell people, if you find it useful, please put a post on your Facebook, your own Facebook profile, telling people about it, and sending people here so they can see the lives every day. If you see the value in it, please tell them about it. And one of the best ways is to just write a post, put a link to this group, and to let them know how it's benefiting you. And it will be wonderful if you tag me as well, Caroline Ainsley. Even if you just tag the group, you can tag Bubbly Maths, the page, go and like the page, and then it'll be easy to tag it as well. And then the other things are, the link is there, but Aiming High website is what we support AIMSEC that create this Aiming High website, and AIMSEC, and we now have a lot of the AIMSEC teachers right here in the group, and they are following the lives. And my life's mission is that every child on earth will love learning and enjoy maths. And in order for that to happen, every teacher on earth, and indeed every grown-up that has any children in their home, it's a cultural thing. We all need to enjoy it. We all need to love it in order for the children to be able to love it. So those teachers use these resources. That they're part of the the professional development that's provided by AIMSEC, which is an organization in Africa that provides courses to really help any teacher in Africa, at the moment mostly South Africa, but there have been courses in several different parts of Africa, and those teachers are hungry to learn. See, they have what is needed to help their learners learn. I've been privileged to attend, I think that's three of the courses now. I've been there and met a lot of the teachers that do the courses, and they really, the ones that go on the courses are truly hungry to learn and truly there to help the children, because they work in disadvantaged communities. They work in rural areas where they don't have the resources, hence paper sticks, hence plastic straws, hence this morning we were using bits of paper, bits of strips of paper, newspaper, any kind of scraps, bits of cardboard, because that way those teachers can create resources, and their young learners can create it. And we encourage their older learners to help create resources for the younger learners. All of this is happening. So lots of great creativity. And so we will be at some point adding a donation link as well. Just got to work out how to do it. All these things, we're working it all out. We'll get there. If any of you have are interested in helping this community, if you have skills on fundraising and knowing how to do these links and whatnot, because I have no idea. I've done crazy things like climb Kilimanjaro to raise money for bursaries, so these teachers can go on these amazing courses. And but I still haven't. We still need that person on the team, the one that knows how to do the fundraising. And what else? The AIMSEC YouTube page, Facebook page, where there's memes every day, and we share them on the group, so you can see them, and on the page, on our page, on the Bubbly Maths page, so you can see them, and they're just little snippets of inspiration for you to, if you don't know what to do, go on to the Aiming High page and search for an activity, or go onto the AIMSEC. Go onto our group and click on any of those links, and I'll take you to the AIMSEC activity. Thank you for joining. Now, see you tomorrow morning at 9 will be the actual activity for primary learners, but we'll tell you what to do for them to take it up to the next level. And then 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, London time, will be what the activity we do every day for early years. And then tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, introducing Friday morning's activity and the amazing Grace. Amazing Grace, how amazing you are. Looking forward to that for tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. See you tomorrow. And as usual, pregnant pause while I find the bit to cancel the live. Thank you. Oh, wait. You can go if you want to. I just realized I want to see if anybody's there that I want to say hello to, because I have been focused so much. We've had people on, but I don't know who they are. That's so frustrating. So frustrating. Let's see. No, don't know who that is. And oh, I never started the watch party. Well, that explains that then. Thank you very much. And well, maybe I could start a watch party and just do it now. Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to start a watch party now and see if anybody comes on. Take care. Have a great night. Now I've got to go and find the bit again to stop it. Start. This time I'm going to start it. Okay, start the watch party. I've never done that before. That's an interesting option. And now I'm going to stop the live. Thank you. Finally. Bye. Somebody comes on.